Welcome back to Eden Zero Anime Review, episode number, 39. We're in the 39th episode of the Eden Zero anime, Nadia, Love of My Life. This episode adapts from the rest of chapter 106, pages 2 through 3, and pages 12 through, I think it's like 19, I think it is. Yeah, 1220. And also page chapters 107, and 108. Also, because pretty much in this episode, we have 3 chapters left. So, this is a pretty quick arc to get through. Like, I'm sure it's probably going to be wrapped up by next week's episode. I would not be surprised about that, given how short this arc is. Next arc is just longer, by only about 14 chapters. It's like 22 chapters, so that'll probably take up the rest of the season, per se, that one. Yes, either it's going to be the Forster arc, which is the very next one after this one, or it could be the Sandra arc. That is possible. But it all depends upon what this arc is going to go through. So we start off with basically the narrator series, which this stuff was covered last week's episode. Just recapping, well, what happened over the course of the last episode. Then we cut to present day where we see the anti-Oration 6 forces with the guy who looks like Jalal from Fairy Tail vowing to go and get Elsie. And it's also implied by the people he works with that he's in love with her. And he's like, oh, of course they think, of course, according to Fish by Blue Guard Intelligence, they said it was Noah's soldiers deal with Draken, despite the fact it was Shiki and his crew deal with him and his people. Yep. Why they covered it up? Who knows? Yeah, then he meets with a prayer council. Yes, the prayer council. That's what the people were called. Led by Colonel Jaguar. Along with Cure, Holy, Feather, and Eraser. Eraser is a member of the Interstellar Unit Army. And this episode is his debut, so yeah, it's like this episode is going to tease people who are going to probably appear later. Yeah, then pretty much this whole scene wraps up. Then we have the group where they go to the fire planet. And it's not on fire, it's ocean. So that means put on swimsuit beach episode. Have all the girls basically a bunch of fan service, but have them all in bikinis. Well, of course, also Witch wearing a one piece, which is so funny. Heck, even Pino is wearing a swimsuit, which is so interesting. Of course, you have Shiki basically playing the water Rebecca. Of course, basically this happened. Hamura's training now. They did make a slight change to Hamura's swimsuit, because in the manga it's plaid. It's like striped. In the anime, it's all black. Yeah. It's interesting though that Wiz does not put on a Speedo. Because normally a guy like he probably would have put on a Speedo, but not him. Nope. Not even Macho, which I thought was interesting. He did put on basically a floaty to cover up the little button, do not push. Why don't push? Don't know. And we showed the fact of torture, training, sunbathing. Like, ooh, like this is time to basically give ladies a suntan lotion. Despite the fact the only two you could probably do it to, because here's the thing: almost every single, almost all but two, at least 4 of these women are robots, or at least androids, mind you. But which is like, oh, I can count tan lines, and he's like, she pull down to her top and shows up her chest too. It was like, ooh, yeah. We don't see it. Like, oh, it's all about tan lines. And of course, like, oh, I found some tan lines. And of course, because of the fact that he looked at Hamura's butt, she proceeded to kick him right in the face. Her bare foot in his face. Yep. And then, of course, while everybody's playing, and then all of a sudden this ship comes in this rocket ship crashes in the water for some strange reason. Then it's to have where Hamora, Wiz, Rebecca, Shiki, Pino, and Happy go swimming. Happy and Pino don't put on these special collars they wear, with on to breathe and talk on the water. And of course, they arrive at the crash site, and they seem like this is a city. And look inside, the pilot's dead. What happened? Don't know. We do see Rebecca look inside the cabin, this tiny cabin, where he says, Nadia, love my life, is that's what's written on there. And then they arrive at the city, like, we couldn't take a look much at the city because a giant octopus shows up, which causes basically she can try to use his gravity, but doesn't work, so it hasn't floating. He increases gravity, of course, everything gets wrapped up in tentacles. You were thinking, tentacles. Are the girls going to get stripped naked? No, they don't. As what typically happens, though. But he hits the octopus, and runs on the temple, and of course the octopus just walks away. But here's the strange thing: when you go inside the temple, apparently that there's a barrier blocking the water coming in. And you're like, oh, this is an old temple, and then the episode ends with a female robot coming in who looks like Mother for some reason. And she said her name is Nadia, the mother of the temple. And Rebecca's like, she just heard that name before. And that's the episode. Yeah. That's it. Just a really good episode. Love it. Next up, One Piece. Yep, so do the next, okay? Next video. Bye.